think that when you do something things, they're going to fall to you. You want people to take you seriously. You know. I didn't come in with your pajamas. Right. Should we move on then? No, you've had a quick look. There's 3 evaluation forms you find out. Examine each one and can you identify 3 differences between them? Discuss why you think each form is different. And you've got 10 minutes. And then somebody has to present the differences, please. Okay?
Everyone get that? Yeah? Everyone understand okay? Yeah?
Did you write that down? It just sort of fixed it somewhere else for 5 minutes. Just to make sure everybody's all right. Am I all right? Hi. Can you do the timing for me as well, please? I haven't got a watch.
On the 11th, we'll have a break on that one, okay? It'll be 20 minutes, so
So we need 10 minutes.
we need 10 minutes. Everyone, we have 10 minutes, but if you just let me know when these are finished. If these are finished early, that would be great. Or let Nancy know.
Do you just want to move over to this table just for the
Oh, yes, that's right.
yeah to have a wee look at them evaluation forms?
Take your wee chair over if you need to, Jo, as well. I went over the packs about 5 times. We just thought of it. Is your pack without it? Do you know an example in it? As long as there's examples in them all.
Wherever they are. Yeah, I was that third one then. Oh my god,
Do you want me to stick her things up?
Where did that come from? These are real evaluation forms.
Well, my friend is a lecturer in Belfast now. He got me one I had from a drug awareness session that I was part of, and then one of them I made up just to show a difference.
Your what one did you make up?
Was
Was number one? If you made it number 3, number 2 is the best one. Fair play. You're from Market?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, it says you're from another member. I'll be like, oh, that's good. Bit. I know that one. I just say now, no.
What?
That's what I mean, so.
You're getting on all right. You don't need no inspiration. We're inspired.
None of them are bad, they're all
Okay, everyone, we got 2 minutes to go. I need an X on the spot.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet. I tried to watch it, but it's in Irish, and I know the Irish. And I should go Irish. I can't watch films or something.
Leon doesn't allow me to watch films without subtitles.
Do you know what else? See if I watch something and it's like a different language, I can't watch it. It puts me off of it. I watch on the.
Each one of them then answers a question.
It puts me off. Focus properly on it.
Okay, everybody, listen in. Everybody.
So, can we have one person from each team to tell us what you find? Who's going to volunteer to come first? As long as people can hear you. Can everybody hear?
For example, one we found that it was quite minimal questions, maybe for younger people to gather their information. It's easier to create graphs and comparisons from that. And it's also with Queen's University, so it's maybe just what they need. Then example 2, it was just yes and no questions. Maybe bigger writing for older people because it was a seniors group. And it was more of an internal evaluation. And then example 3 seemed to be for cities and guilds, probably what they require. And it's more of a sign-off for them to the next stage, and it had your scales, so like your 1 to 5 and that sort of thing. So that's a big point.
Thank you, Carla.
Who's going next?
So we found that the first one was, for example,
example one was the basic. It was very sort of limited in the information, but that wasn't a bad thing. You know, that depends who the learning was geared towards, or who was it, you know, who was there, and it was including everybody, and was there, you know, a reason. So it was a bit non-specific. So there wasn't too much where you could actually pin and hone in, so you weren't really gaining a lot of relevant information, because it was just, there wasn't a lot of anything to go for, a lot of room for suggestions and so forth. There was no trainer details or anything on it. There's nothing with feedback to how it was the delivery and sort of any creative input as to how things could be changed. Very closed, sort of more closed questions, and not very many open-ended questions that you could elaborate on anything specific. And again, short, I think that wasn't a bad thing, because that was actually quite a good thing. Number two was concise. It was binary, sort of like there was yes or no answers. So again, there wasn't a whole lot, but again, that wasn't a bad thing, because it did actually cover the question. And I thought that was more geared towards the people who were taking the course, as opposed to the organisation who were delivering it. So it depended on what their feedback was, what the requirements of the feedback and what they were actually evaluating was taken into consideration. Example 3 was far too long. Well, appeared far too long. We thought initially people would be put off even filling in or taking the assessment, because on first look you would think, oh, I've got 3 pages to do, I haven't got the time for this, so we wouldn't even bother handing in the feedback. But on reflection, actually, if you did get past that first stage, that a lot of that information was actually quite sort of relevant. There wasn't anything to fill in. The information was only needed required in the first page, but it seemed to be very much geared towards the organisation and what they were. So it was something like a tick box exercise for them more than the participant. It was far too detailed on appearance, non-accessible. The font and so on was very small, so it was hard to read. It wasn't including everybody in different learning styles, etc. Geared towards the practice, really.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Right.
Also here, so the example one, we find that, you know, the event was more just practical. This question was like more practical and not enough question to cover, you know, whenever somebody's getting the feedback, not enough feedback, and also more for reaction survey. We find that, you know, this one is just more reaction survey according to, you know, the Market Development Association group. And the second one, we find that it was just simple, and as we can see, it's just yes and no questions. And we also find that it was an ongoing evaluation, which is more into practical questions. That, you know, the questions are just more for, you know, the group rather than the whole organization. And also we find that, you know, it will give like a good feedback for the development of the group. And also we find that, you know, it also more into reaction survey. Then the last one, we find that, you know, it is more detailed, and also it also based on a result based for the organization. As we can see, it's coming from City Guilds and Level, so it's more about educational feedback. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for that. And it's remarkable how many things are similar and how many things are different. And I think it spoke to the fact that most evaluation forms need to be bespoke. You just can't get one off the computer and say this will do everything. You know, you do need to fine tune. Thank you for your participation.
Thank you very much.